All right. Okay, so since I actually have a brief moment, maybe not so brief, I have a brief moment here to produce some content for the channel. It's like the front page. This is like your front pavilion on the digital landscape of the internet. It's a social media homepage. Remember in the 90s when everybody was going to have a fucking homepage? You had to learn HTML. It was going to be... Anyway. All right, whatever. So what I want to talk to stream today about, to channel today about, is fitness influencers. And the reason why I want to talk about fitness influencers is because of how common body dysmorphia is and what that means for men and women, but I can only really speak from personal experience, unless it's a Saturday, just playing around. I'm going to go on a limb here and I'm going to say body dysmorphia is at critical mass with men. It's at critical fucking mass, dude. Like, we are so out of pocket thinking what an ideal physique should be. Like, we are completely out of fucking pocket, dude. It's madness. I feel very bad for young men, because you're gonna go and look at some goober like oh god, there are just so many fitness influencers, man. There are just so many fitness influencers. So I am 192 pounds. I will never have a six-pack. It's just never happening. But and there are two reasons for that. One, I'm never going to dehydrate myself to the point where you can see all those muscles. Two, I was formerly obese 3 times. So to go from almost 400 pounds to 192 pounds and quite fit is a tremendous achievement. Now, the reason why I kept becoming obese was I kept going on medication that really, really did not agree with me, my metabolism. I mean, I remember I was keeping a weight diary, and I remember I had logged everything out. I was on like 1,300 calories a day trying to lose weight, and I cheated. You want to know what I fucking cheated with? I had a slice of bread, and it made me gain a fucking pound. I controlled for all of the variables. So I understand very, 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 very well the struggles with obesity, the struggles with personal fitness. Okay, and I'm here to tell you, if you're a young person, an older person, what have you, if you are paying attention to the modern fitness space, fucking stop. Just stop, dude. There's not a single person there that is not on so much gear. I mean, and this ain't no like, this is 2024, old man. This ain't no, just we got some testosterone, or I ordered some fucking trenbolone from an agricultural supply store. No, we've got really advanced chemistry that's able to make just really good steroids, man. Real good steroids. The problem is no one's going to fucking tell you that. So you're going to be sitting there buying all the fucking Olympic gear, all the fucking fad diets. You're going to be sitting there trying to do this, trying to meet this standard, and you're never going to meet it. You're never going to meet it. You're never going to look like Bradley Martin without gear. Why? Because Bradley Martin takes gear. That's why I was running around for like a few years, basically, talking about he was going to fucking beat everybody up. And then the internet's least favorite boxer, who's actually a skilled boxer, I've said it for a long time. I don't want to talk about the fucking Tyson fight, and I honestly think the kid threw away a very profitable career by engaging in that foolishness, and I I think Mike engaged in a lot of foolishness too. But I also think they both knew what they were doing. And you know what? Good for them. You need the money. So, don't pay attention to anything in the modern fitness space. Don't. You want to, like, unless the individual is just flat honest with you that they're doing gear too, in addition to all of these workouts, all right, that they're putting on. I saw this one cat, man. You know, somebody was so impressed. He was like, I just go around and when I take videos and I see people that are really fit, I ask them what they do, and and so he talks to this guy. You guys, real fit. But it's obvious he's on gear. And so what does he tell this guy? How do I wind up getting in good shape like you? What does this fucking asshole that's on gear say? I do 10,000 push-ups a day. No, you don't. I do 1,000 reps of this a day. I do 1,000 this a day. No, you don't. You don't do any of that shit. I only do that, and I only have baked chicken. And this is how I get this physique. No, it's not. It's fucking not. It's just not. It's so just not the way you get that physique that anybody that tells me that they have that physique and that they're all natural, I will place the challenge for you. That's right. Here's the challenge. What you're going to do is you're going to live with me for 3 fucking months. And we're going to record your numbers. And I'm going to be with you every fucking waking second of the day. And you ain't going to get to put a needle in your ass or on your biceps. And we're going to precisely see how much muscle mass you lose. And this gets me to my the next victim, one Bradley fucking Martin, who, by the way, is an incredibly dangerous and capable person. Because he's strong. And somebody just needed to tell that big galoot that he's strong and dangerous and people should be afraid of him and all that stuff. Go look at him now. After his little spat with Paul. After his little spat with Jake Paul. When Jake Paul was just like, yeah, so, we'll do no recording, we'll do no this, no that, let's fight. I gotta throw a lot of respect to Jake on that one. Because that's the way you handle that shit. Well, reading between the lines, it's quite clear that Jake Paul beat the living shit out of Bradley Martin. Beat the dude within an inch of his fucking life. Beat him so fucking bad that they actually had to go and put fucking makeup on to film the end of it, where they come and they say that they're friends again. They're not fucking friends again. Are you kidding? Bradley Martin got his fucking head put in the microwave, and he deserved it. So now, fucking moron's been taking down a couple pegs. All right, go look at the size of his arms. He's gone for 2 months and he comes back smaller. Do the math! Do the math! It's gear. 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 Now me, I have a pituitary issue. That makes me put these needles in my ass. No. 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 I have like a bunch of fucking brain problems, and like I excrete more hormone than other people because of one of my diseases. So I get a little natural gear boost. Lucky me. Call that genetics. Causes all kinds of other problems though. So let me show stream, if you've been able to bear with me. Let me show stream my dojo, my gym. It's not complicated, man. All right? And I live in a tiny little apartment in fucking Massachusetts, way out in the sticks. This is my dojo. I've got Mook Jong right here. I've got my 100-pound heavy bag. I've got my kettlebells. I have 15s, 25s, and 50s. I have a 10-pound sledge and a 16-pound sledge. These are 16-ounce gloves. Oh, sorry, 18-ounce. Whatever. They're heavier. I have this guy right here. It's a really neat little thing. It's a chiishi. It's my own little chiishi. However you say that in Okinawan. I'm sorry. So yeah, man. You really don't need a lot of fitness gear to get in good shape. There are a couple of things that you should definitely have. I would say kettlebells to the fullest. You definitely need a kettlebell. What weight should you start out with? That's totally your choice. But if you've never ever used a kettlebell before, the most I would start with is like 25 pounds. And you might even want to start, if you've never used eccentric weights before, I would recommend starting even lower than that, probably like the 5 to 15 pound range. You know, it doesn't take a lot to be fit. And that's the thing. That's part of the gas of the industry. It doesn't take a lot to be fit. It just doesn't. And that's why there's so much convincing that goes on. Well, you need this, you need these supplements, you need this and that and the other. You know, the fitness industry would have you think that mankind is not the apex predator of the planet. It really would do it. You like, if you like, how do we get out of caves? According to the fitness industry, without fucking CrossFit and the treadmill, how the fuck did we get out of caves? How did we learn? Like, how did any like? So the answer is that that's a whole bunch of bullshit. All right. If you want to look good, it's easy. Stop eating so many fucking pies. And people will get so upset. They'll be like, I tried this. I tried that. No, you didn't. I'm here to tell you right now. No, you flippin' didn't. And the reason why I know that you fucking didn't is because of biology. And I'm just a know-nothing. I'm just a zero zilcher whatever fucking YouTube face. So I'll give it to you straight. You're fat. It's probably a choice. It's probably a choice. And if it's not a choice, I feel really bad for you. And you're going to have to work that much harder to be thin and fit. But statistically speaking, 9 out of the 10 people that are going to watch this video, being overweight's a choice. Being unfit is a choice. Being weak is a choice. I was talking with somebody from a while ago, way back in the past. And I was just shooting the shit with him. And I mentioned that I was like, man, I got these kettlebells. I'm doing a lot better now. Getting back into my peak. And this person said to me, it's like, oh, kettlebells, so expensive. Oh, they're so expensive. And I'm like, how much is a gym membership? That you're gonna go to Planet Fitness where they don't have any bells? A lot. Maybe some fitnesses do have bells. You can just go do the curls and all that stuff, but you gotta wake up. You gotta go put shit on. It just makes sense to have the heavy thing that you need to lift in your house, in your apartment, in your van. If you live out of a van, like I'm dead serious. If you live out of a van and you're still working and all that, and God bless you, and I'm so sorry, but you want like a quick little man, I just want to be able to get fit, dude. Go and get like a 50-pound kettlebell. Go and get a 50-pounder. Oh yeah. And do halos, do clean and presses, do all that shit. bro. That's literally the only. It might be if you just want to be natty and that's all you could afford. If literally all you could afford was $100 on fitness equipment for the whole year. $100 on fitness equipment for the whole year. That equates to, come on, that equates to that equates to like $817 a month. All right, which is actually less than the Planet Fitness membership. All right, if you only had $100, all right, I would buy a kettlebell. I would buy a good, heavy fucking kettlebell, and I would do all the workouts on that shit. They're great in confined spaces. And they're not the end all be all, although in my opinion they kind of are, but like that's just because I've reached a point in my fitness journey to where I can stay fit just by finding heavy shit and lifting it. And if you want to get to that level, it's going to take a lot of work. And you're very likely not going to get there by looking at the majority of the fitness space. There are a bunch of fitness influencers that are super positive, that are really, really helpful. But the vast majority of them, like I'm sorry guys for not shouting out your names for the people that are helpful, but there are so many others that are just fucking con artists that I want to tackle that first. No, you're not going to look amazing in 10 days. You're not going to go on some crash diet with some kettlebell lifting and you're going to go and get that 10 out of 10 broad that you want. It's not happening like that. It's a hard work miracle. You really got to work for it, bro. You really got to say, I don't want no Hostess. I don't want no Twinkies today. You really got to say, I'm not having any more soda. You really got to say, I've quit smoking cigarettes. You've really got to say, God damn it, I can't have that beer. It's discipline. It's discipline, not fitness that you are asking for. And that's why things go so wrong.